Hi YouTubers, it's a video something important, so it's food cider right now, so today's food cider big ass cigar, that kind of shit, so as in bullshit, so containing my series on flour, nice big ass flour like the big ass cigar, so this is going to be discussing right now hemp flour. So hemp flour is a type of flour. Now I'm not talking about marijuana, so I'm not talking about the cannabis, sativa plant, and marijuana, so we're not talking about like edibles or like eating marijuana, that kind of crap, that kind of shit, as in bullshit, what I'm talking about is hemp flour used for baking. So making muffins, cookies, brownies, and not pot brownies, but actual like edible brownies you can eat that don't contain any THC, they don't contain any kind of psychoactive drug. Basically, hemp flour does not rise on its own, that kind of shit. So it's basically a type of flour. It's made from removing the oil from hemp seeds. I'm looking on Google right now. I can't show it because of copyright. I can't show that shit because of copyright, obviously. But basically, it doesn't rise on its own. So it's a very different type of flour. Now, this is not something you're going to find like a standard like grocery store, that kind of shit. You're not going to find hemp flour at like Roche Brothers or like Kroger or Stop and Shop or like Wegmans. You have to go to like a specialty grocery store, that kind of shit. As in bullshit. I mean, you have to go to like a really specialty store, and obviously, I'm not talking about like a pot shop, like a shop where in a state where marijuana is legalized, because then you're just going to get edibles. I'm talking about actual like hemp flour used for cooking that does not contain any THC. So I just want to make that point very clear, because I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, you're talking about like cannabis brownies, or you're talking about like pot cookies, or or like pot tea." No, I'm not talking about any kind of psychoactive drug here. I'm talking about hemp flour used for cooking with no psychoactive ingredient. So yeah, obviously you're gonna have to go to like a very specialty grocery store, and most stores are not going to sell it. I think a lot of grocery stores also would be kind of a little bit afraid of selling it, because honestly, with how widely marijuana is becoming legalized throughout the country. I mean, it's legal in my state. It's legal in a lot of places, marijuana now. I think a lot of places would be afraid of selling it because there might be confusion. There might be confusion among customers. Like, is this a psychoactive drug, or is it just a cooking flour? Like hemp flour, like obviously you can get like hemp in like, hand sanitizer, hand oil. You can get hemp in a lot of products, all kinds of shit, as in bullshit, because hemp is a very useful product, it has nothing to do with smoking marijuana or using cannabis or using hashish or hash oil, but hemp is somewhat related to the cannabis sativa plant, and that's why I think a lot of grocery stores like Kroger or Wegmans or Stop and Shop or Star Market would be very afraid of selling it, because they'd be like, this is, people might say, oh, this is like an edible marijuana plant. And like, no, it's not. It's just the flour used to make standard run of the mill cookies, brownies, cake, bread, nice big ass bread like the big ass cigar. This has nothing to do with marijuana or smoking pot. So I think a lot of people would get confused with this, and a lot of people would say, you get the freaking point. So I think you're gonna have to go to like a very specialty store that sells like very specialty flours. It's the same thing as all these kinds of shit. Like obviously wheat flour, you find in a standard grocery store, like King Arthur's wheat flour. You find in Walmart or Wegmans or Kroger. Obviously even rice flour, potato flour, soy flour. However, when you get to the really specialty types of flour, like hemp flour, that has nothing to do with eating marijuana brownies, I think you're going to have to go to like a really fucking specialty grocery store. So anyway, that's all the shit I want to talk about. So just to rehash, this is not about cannabis edibles. This is about hemp flour that's used to make non-psychoactive breads, cookies, pastas, etc., etc. So it doesn't rise on its own. So kind of a complicated topic. So anyway, pretty fucking cool. Bye.